today. We're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account. Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick.
Can we Google it?
Whatever. Okay.
All business
He's a quick
assets.
study.
There's so many words I want to say.
Be careful.
It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Yellow Jackets.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to UW Superior Men's Basketball here on 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV, where it's the pregame show sponsored by the National Bank of Commerce, where the Yellow Jackets coming home here to take on Martin Luther here in UMAC Conference action. Second straight home game this week for the Yellow Jacket men as they take on Martin Luther, looking for the second victory over the Knights here in the 2024-2025 campaign. Matt Johnson bringing you all the play-by-play game one of our doubleheader, actually a tripleheader of Yellow Jacket Sports here on 91.3 FM. We'll talk more about that as the afternoon progresses. Yellow Jacket men, though, leading things off here against the Martin Luther Knights. The Jackets coming into this contest at 9-11 overall, 6-3 in the UMAC. Greg Polkowski in his 8th season at the helm of the Yellow Jacket program, sitting at 86-97, his career record to date as the head coach of UWS. The Jackets coming off of a very impressive win last time out, defeating Northwestern 87-78 in their last outing. That was a game you heard with yours truly right here on both 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV last Wednesday night here at the Mertz in Superior. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets and the Eagles both showcased a very strong offensive performance that saw the two teams shoot well above 50% for the contest, but it was the Yellow Jackets who made the key plays late in that contest as UWS broke a 76-all draw with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in regulation by scoring 11 of the game's final 13 points to pick up the victory. In the first half of that game on Wednesday, UWS shot 15 of 24 from the field in the opening 20 minutes and led from start to finish in that opening stanza before selling in for a 43-38 edge at the intermission. And then in the second half, the Yellow Jackets expanded their lead to 52-40 with 17:06 remaining, following a three-pointer from Marie Johnson. Northwestern came right back, however, over the next 11 minutes to take their first lead of the contest at 70-69 on a three-point play by Japheth Nyamari with 5:31 remaining on the clock. The game remained tight over the next 2 minutes and 50 seconds until UWS took the lead for good with 1:58 remaining on a bucket by Andrew Beers that gave the Yellow Jackets a 78-76 advantage. From there, the Jackets added a jumper from Javon Walker, 2 free throws from Johnson, another free throw from Walker, and a layup from Johnson over the final minute 20 to seal the victory. As a team, the Yellow Jackets connected on 56.4% of their shots and were led by Walker with 25 points on 10 of 12 shooting. Outstanding game for Javon Walker, the senior from Rocher in Texas, while Johnson added 24 points on 9 of 16 shooting. Beers, meanwhile, finished with 19 points and 7 rebounds while making 6 of 8 shots. Joey Barker contributed 10 points for the Yellow Jackets as well in that win. So 4 players in double figures in that victory for the Yellow Jackets. Meanwhile, Martin Luther comes in 7-13 overall, 2-7 in the UMAC under Greg Holzeder, their head coach. They fell to Bethany Lutheran last time out on Wednesday night by the final score of 88-74. That game was played at LSC Gymnasium in New Ulm, Minnesota. In that contest, the Knights took a 5-point lead in the intermission before the Vikings outscored Martin Luther 47-28 in the second half to ride back for the victory. In the first half, Martin Luther connected on 48.4% of their attempts and limited Bethany Lutheran to 42.9% shooting on the way to taking a 46-41 lead. But in the second half, the Knights made just 9 of 37 attempts as the Vikings rallied back to outscore Martin Luther 47-28 after the break to win by 14 points. For the game, Martin Luther connected on just 35.3% of their shots and had 2 players score in double figures, led by Adam Lohberger, the freshman, with 22 points on 6 of 15 shooting. Thomas Balgi added 16 points on 4 of 13 shooting, while Benjamin Pearson finished with 7 points and the team leading 11 rebounds in that game on Wednesday. So you have the Yellow Jackets coming off of a victory, the Knights coming off of a loss, and we'll see if the Yellow Jackets can make it 2 in a row here this afternoon against Martin Luther. So that's your story here from the Mertz as our pregame show sponsored by the National Bank of Commerce rolls on. And with that, we'll take one more quick break and come back with a look at the starting lineup sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union. That's coming up right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Men's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Quick reminder, this is game one of a triple header of Yellow Jacket Sports here on 91.3 FM. KUWS. Men's basketball, of course, leading things off here. Women's game will come up about 20 minutes after we go final here in game one of our triple header. That'll be a tentative start time of about 3:45 p.m. or so, 3:30 the pregame with yours truly, so stick around for that. In the meantime, we'll bring our starting lineups to you, sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union for the Yellow Jackets and the Martin Luther Knights in game one of this triple header. First for the Yellow Jackets, they will line up this way, starting in the backcourt, 6'3" senior from Chatfield, Minnesota, Reed Johnson. He's the Yellow Jackets' leading scorer, averaging 16.3 points per game. Starting at guard, 5'10" senior from Champlin, Minnesota, TJ Moberg. He comes in the game tonight averaging an even 4 points per game. Starting at forward, 6'7" sophomore from Slinger, Wisconsin, Andrew Beers. He had 19 points and 7 rebounds against Northwestern on Wednesday. He comes in the game tonight averaging 4.6 points per outing. Starting at guard, 6'4" senior from Superior, Wisconsin, right here in Souptown, Joey Barker. He averages 9.7 points per game. And rounding out the Yellow Jackets starting five, 6' senior from Rocheron, Texas, Javon Walker. He comes in the game tonight averaging 15.9 points per contest. Meanwhile, the Knights will start this way. Starting at forward, 6'4" freshman from Appleton, Wisconsin, Adam Lohberger. He is the Knights' leading scorer. We'll keep a close eye on him as this game unwinds here at the Mertz. He's averaging a team-leading 20.9 points per game for Martin Luther this season. Starting at guard, 6'3" freshman from New Ulm, Minnesota, Benjamin Pearson. He averages 10.8 points per game. Starting at guard, 6'3" freshman from Watertown, Wisconsin, Benjamin Vassold. He averages 10.2 points per game. Starting at forward, 6'4" junior from Germantown, Wisconsin, Luke Fix. He averages 5.8 points per game. And rounding out Martin Luther's starting five, 6'2" junior from New Ulm, Minnesota, Thomas Balgi. He averages 10.9 points per game on the season. So again, those are your starting lineups, sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union. With that being the case, we'll bring a close to our abbreviated pregame show, sponsored by the National Bank of Commerce. Come back in about 2 or 3 minutes with the opening tip of this contest, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, between the Yellow Jackets and Martin Luther. That's coming up in about 2.5, 3 minutes. This is Yellow Jacket men's basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMass Sports Network. Back here at the Mertz, the two teams are being introduced now. The national anthem has already been sung here by a visiting group of musicians from Elise Bessenen's high school. UN Trout Creek over in Michigan coming over for this one. It's Alumni Day as well here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior for both men's and women's basketball, so plenty of familiar faces for yours truly in the stands for both games here today. A reminder, the Yellow Jacket men, by the way, will be next on these same airwaves. A week from today, taking on Bethany Lutheran. Right here at the Mertz, that'll be a 3 p.m. opening tip. That'll be a 2:45 pregame with yours truly. That'll be game one of a triple header of Yellow Jacket Sports as well on 91.3 FM. For more information on that, you can always go back to uwsyellowjackets.com and check out the schedule for both broadcasts and also home games for Yellow Jacket Sports. A couple of series notes between these two before we get the opening tip. Sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. In the air here from the Mertz. UWS has won 24 of 28 meetings. Let me see, making sure I'm getting the right notes here. UWS has won 24 of 28 meetings with Martin Luther, dating back to November 21st of 1995. The Yellow Jackets have won the last 5 matchups in the series, including taking the first meeting between the two teams back on January 18th at LSC Gymnasium in New Ulm by the final score of 91-62. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets got 18 points from Reed Johnson, 16 from Javon Walker, and 11 points from Andrew Cunita. So Martin Luther was led by Adam Lohberger with 18 points. With that victory, the Yellow Jackets now haven't lost to the Knights since dropping a 62-61 decision back on February 4th of 2022. That game was played in New Ulm. The Yellow Jackets and the Knights now making their way to midcourt. The Knights will be in their traveling black jerseys with the red trim going from left to right in this opening 20 minutes from my vantage point. The Yellow Jackets in their home white jerseys with the gold trim going from right to left here in the opening half. Thank you for joining us here for Yellow Jacket basketball on 91.3 FM and Yellow Jacket TV. Game one of a triple header of Yellow Jacket Sports on 91.3 FM and a double header on Yellow Jacket TV. So plenty of athletics coming up here over the next few hours, as the opening tip, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, is taken by Martin Luther, and we are officially underway as the Knights into the front court here for the first time on the outside. It's Luke Fix. He'll hand it off now right wing, Thomas Balgi. Now it's Adam Lohberger kicking to the corner. 3-point shots up from the corner. That one was taken by Benjamin Pearson off the front rim, no good. Rebound for the Yellow Jackets. And in the front court now, TJ Moberg for the Yellow Jackets. Moberg now for Joey Barker out on top. Walker now, Reed Johnson tees up a 3-point shot off the back rim. That one's no good. Rebound grabbed by Lohberger. And now the Knights into the front court. Pearson back for Lohberger. Averaging 20.9 points per game as Lohberger, just a freshman. As he hands it off now on the outside for Vossold. Now Lohberger again back for Vossold. Left side going on the baseline. Gets picked up on a double team. Now kicks a pass to nobody. And it'll be picked off now by Javon Walker coming in one-on-one. Euro step goes up and under, then misses the bunny off the glass. So they want that one back. Rebound grab by Balgi, and back to the direction now comes Martin Luther. Now outside Lohberger. High arcing 3-point shot is off the front rim, no good. Rebound snared under there. Grabbed up. Taken by Vossold. His shot off the back rim, no good. Rebound still bounding around. Nobody seem to want to grab it here. And finally it'll come back outside now for Balgi. Took about 3 or 4 caroms off of different sets of hands in there before he comes back outside for Balgi. Speaking of which, he goes into the lane now, goes all the way to the rim and lays it in with the left hand off the glass for 2. Thomas Balgi gives Martin Luther a 2-0 lead here. 1 minute, 40 seconds in the opening half. Andrew Beers top of the key now for the Yellow Jackets. He'll hand it off now. Javon Walker. Walker right side now. UWS swings it now for Joey Barker. On the baseline now, double team comes on Andrew Beers. And he'll have it slapped off of his leg now by Pearson. Turnover on the Yellow Jackets. A little slow developing on offense on that play. And Martin Luther now will trigger it in, leading it 2-0. Vossold now comes across the timeline. Pass comes left side. Here's Benjamin Pearson. Continuing on now for Lohberger. Top of the key, it's Luke Fix. Now off the curl. 18-foot jump shot is up. That one was taken by Vossold. Wide to the left. Rebound grab by Barker. In transition now. Here, 3-point shots up from Reed Johnson. That's off the back rim. No good. Rebound grab by Vossold. Jackets scoreless through 2 minutes and 20 seconds as Martin Luther into the front court. Now pass coming down low. Luke Fix able to pick it up. Now Balgi on the baseline. We'll kick it out on top. Here's Lohberger getting a step. Kicking it wide side. 3-point shots up. That one's wide to the left. That one taken by Pearson. Rebound now for Reed Johnson in the front court. He finds Javon Walker, who lost the handle on it as he tried to go up. And they're going to say it was last touched by Pearson. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets here. 17 minutes, 16 seconds remaining. Inbound will come right baseline now. Jackets will have 23 seconds to shoot. Triggering in now is Moberg. Walker now down low. Beers. Double team comes on him. TJ Moberg now steps in, gets inside with the pass now for Barker. Goes up and under and lays it in with the right hand for two. Barker gets the Yellow Jackets on the board, tied up 2 apiece. Into the front court now, Bossold. Lohberger right side. Now Pearson going left side of the lane, lost the handle on it. It'll stay with the Knights as it goes out of play. 16:51 remaining. And we'll have a trigger in now left baseline. Benjamin Pearson, the freshman from New Ulm. Will trigger it in. Bounce pass comes into the corner. Now here's Lohberger. Lohberger putting it down on the ground. Now turning, gives it out on top for Balgi. Swing it right side. Now stepping through. Here's a shot going up off the glass. That one is no good. Taken by Pearson. Rebound grabbed out there by the Yellow Jackets. Now Moberg getting a step. Goes all the way to the rim. Flips up a shot over the front of the rim and lays it in for two. And the Jackets have their first lead as the senior from Champlin, Minnesota makes it 4-2. Now Lohberger in the front court for Martin Luther. Pass comes right side. Now here's Balgi. Balgi now goes right on the baseline. Picks up his dribble. Throws it back outside for Pearson in the lane. Short jump shot. Rattles around and drops for two. Tied up 4 apiece. As Moberg brings the Yellow Jackets into the front court. Beers out on top. Left side now, Javon Walker. On the wing, now they swing it. Reed Johnson puts it on the deck. Gets on the baseline. Tried to kick a pass to the corner. Telegraphed it. Now it's knocked out of play. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. Tough break there for Luke Fix. He got his hand on that one. But it'll stay Yellow Jacket basketball as Martin Luther going on the bench for 3 new players. Seth Veers checking in for the first time. Trey Lauber also in for the first time. As is Ethan Genstead. Jackets off the inbounds. Reed Johnson top of the key. Left side now is Javon Walker. Walker going inside now. Had stripped away. Picks it back up. Steps through with 3 seconds to shoot. Off the back rim with the attempt. No good. Rebound for the Knights. And now they're in the front court. Lauber on the right side. Bossold. Now Veers back outside. Open three-pointer, and that one is good. Bossold with the triple. Makes it 7-4. Jackets into the front court now, trailing it by 3. Pass comes on the left side baseline. Reed Johnson. Open is Barker. Kicks in the corner. Now TJ Moberg will line up a 3-point shot. That's off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound for Walker. Now Johnson. He'll tee it up top of the key, and he'll stroke down his first 3-point make of the game. Reed Johnson with 3. And we're tied up 7 apiece. Veers into the front court. Jump shot left side. Now, that one is up and good. Benjamin Pearson makes it 9-7 in favor of Martin Luther. TJ Moberg now going right side. Bounce pass now inside. Beers goes up, misses the layup, but will draw the foul. It's going to be called on Lauber. For Trey Lauber, that'll be his first. That'll be the first team foul, and maybe the second team foul. Let me see if I'm tracking that correctly. It is actually the first team foul, and 2 free throws now for Andrew Beers. And he leaves the first one short. One more coming. Balgi is going to come back in. He'll take out Vossold. Meanwhile, Andrew Cornelius comes into the game here for the Yellow Jackets for the first time. Second free throw from Beers is good. UWS within 1 now at 9-8. Here's Pearson now. Being stripped of the basketball in the backcourt by Cornelius. Turnover on the Knights. Now pass comes down low for Andrew Beers. It goes up and under and reverses it home for his first 2-point field goal. He has 3. The Jackets retake the lead at 10-9. Now Pearson. Veers into the front court. Lauber will hand it off. Now they go in the corner. Here's Balgi with it. Now putting on the deck. Here's Veer stepping all the way through, going up with the spin move and laying it in with the left hand for 2. Seth Veers gives Martin Luther back the lead, 11-10. Back and forth, first 10 minutes of this one. Jackets down by 1. Now backdoor cut for Reed Johnson. He'll go up and miss the bunny. Off the backdoor cut feed from Javon Walker. That's the second bunny the Yellow Jackets have missed already. And the Knights back the other way now, leading it by 1. Out on top now, Genstead in the corner. Stepping through, trying to kick a pass to the right side was Lauber. Picked up, jump shot on the baseline, rims around and drops. Benjamin Pearson with the bucket. He's got 6 already, and the Jackets now down by 3. Moberg into the front court. Bounce pass now out on top. Javon Walker, right side now, Cornelius. Reed Johnson will fire from 3. That one spins out, no good. Rebound cleared by Pearson. Pearson in the front court now, Veers. Pass right side now, Balgi. Trying to step through, had stripped away. Now the basketball picked up by Walker, and we're going to have a foul call. That's going to be the second on Trey Lauber. Looks like Evan Bennett and Ty Melcher are going to check in here for the first time for UWS. Meanwhile, Johnson and Moberg will check out. Walker will trigger it in now for Melchert. Melchert into the front court. Right side on the pass now, Walker going down low. Bennett loses his footing, and we're going to have a blocking foul called down low here. Going to get Ethan Genstead with it. That'll be the first on Ethan Genstead. It'll be a trigger in now for the Yellow Jackets, right baseline. Melchert will do the honors, flips it in now. Javon Walker, now Melchert. Walker now coming off the screen by Beers, goes on the baseline, hangs up in the air, goes up, misses the shot off the front rim, no good, but will draw the foul. And they're going to get the foul on Genstead, so he's got 2 quick ones. And 2 free throws now coming up for Javon Walker for the Yellow Jackets. Senior from Rocheron, Texas. His first free throw is up and good. That's his first point. Martin Luther's lead trimmed to 2. 1 more coming now for Walker. And his second free throw is also good. 13-12 now your score as the pass comes in now. Bossold back in there. Now here's Lohberger right side against Melchert. Mismatch down low. Lohberger looking to take advantage. Spins inside and goes up and lays it in for 2. And Lohberger makes it 15-12 now in favor of Martin Luther. Melchert in the front court. Bennett. Left side now Cornelius. Now Melchert. Stepping inside the arc, going up for the jump shot. Off the front rim, no good from Walker. And the rebound is grabbed under there now by Nathan Miller, who's in for the first time for the Knights. Miller. Outside now, Genstead. He'll swing it right side. Here's Balgi. Lohberger in the corner against Cornelius. Now stepping through. Goes up. Had a shot blocked, and they're going to call a foul here on UWS's Andrew Beers, I think. Either that or they're going to get a pushing foul. We'll see who they give it to. It's going to be given to Beers. His first 2 free throws coming up for Adam Lohberger. 77.1% from the stripe this season. The Knights a good free throw shooting team. They make them at 71.2% as a team. And Lohberger's first free throw is good. Lead is now 4. Rocco Paulson comes in for the first time for the Yellow Jackets. Johnson comes back in. Meanwhile, Fix comes back in also now for Martin Luther. Lohberger's second free throw also good. Martin Luther has their largest lead of the game now at 17-12. Ty Melchert for the Yellow Jackets. Pass comes right side now. Now back to the left for Evan Bennett. Bennett going down low, kicks a pass out on top. Here's Cornelius. Cornelius now kicks it outside. Melchert putting the ball on the deck. Stepping through, goes up with the floated one-hander off the front rim, no good, gets his own rebound. And UWS will back it back out now. Here's Melchert. Evan Bennett putting it on the deck. Bennett picking up his dribble, now Melchert. He'll fire from three-point range. That spins out. That's no good. Rebound grab by Lohberger. Jackets having a hard time shooting the basketball here at the start of this one. Bossold into the front court. Left side now Lohberger. Long three-point shot is up. That's off the front rim. No good. Rebound grab by Ty Melchert. Melchert into the front court now. Reed Johnson going on the baseline. Stop and pop. That's no good from the left side. Rebound kicks his way all the way out on top for Melchert. Now right side Cornelius. He'll try a three-point shot. That's no good. Rebound grabbed here by Balgi. And Balgi into the front court now. Stepping through. Balgi out on top now, Miller. Now he'll tee up a three-point shot, and he'll bank it in. And the Jackets now are down by 8. Largest lead for the Knights. Melchert in the front court. Left side now Bennett. Johnson, right side now it's Cornelius. Paulson will swing it for Melchert left side. Melchert now going down low. We're going to have a holding foul called on the left side block. So who they give the foul to. They call it on Balgi. Barker, Moberg, and Beers come back in. Melchert, Cornelius, and Rocco Paulson all check out. UWS will trigger in now left baseline. That foul, by the way, on Balgi was the 15th team foul for the Knights. As the pass comes in now, here's Johnson going left side. Here's Beers. Double team comes on him, throws it in the middle. Nobody home. Picked up by Vossel. Turnover on the Yellow Jackets. Flat start for UWS here. Here's Balgi now on the baseline. His shot short. Off the front rim, rebound for Bennett. Jackets are 4 out of 16 here to start the game. Left side now, Reed Johnson. Out on top now, Moberg. Going down low, now here's Beers. He goes up, he misses it with the left hand right at the front rim. UWS just not sharp at the start of this one. Bossold now on the outside. Now Lohberger. He'll tee up a three-point shot. That's off the back rim. No good. Rebound bounding around. Finally, Joy Barker comes out there with it. Off the curl. Evan Bennett inside. Going up and under. He'll kick it out now. Moberg now right side. Reed Johnson out on top. Swinging it for Bennett. Bennett now. Beers, 8 seconds to shoot. Going on the baseline now is Reed Johnson. He'll go up and he'll lay it in off the glass for 2. Finally gets the Jackets back on the board. He has 5. It's 20-14 now in favor of the Knights. Pearson now going left side, Lohberger. Swing it now right side. Here's Vossold. Pass coming, right baseline, Lohberger. And play it down low, and it kicks out of play. And it'll be a turnover, at least for now, against Martin Luther. The two officials are going to huddle here, and they're going to give the basketball to Martin Luther. Probably the right call there, just judging on the way TJ Moberg reacted on that first initial call. You would have thought that it would have been Martin Luther basketball. So got the call right. Pass comes in. Jump shot off the front rim is by Fix. No good. Rebound for the Yellow Jackets, and now it's Moberg in the front court. Reed Johnson left side. Now Evan Bennett goes right side. Moberg for the Yellow Jackets. Now Johnson, he'll tee up a long three-point shot off the back rim. No good. Rebound cleared by Fix. And now a foul going to be called here on Evan Bennett. On the reach-in. Javon Walker will come back in. Jackets 5 for their first 18 in the game. Been a very streaky team offensively. Martin Luther at 42.1%. Jackets 1 for 8 from beyond the arc. In the front court now, pass comes right side. Pearson will go up and he'll knock down the three. Martin Luther with their largest lead at 23-14 as we go under 7.5 remaining in the half. Moberg will hand it off. Left side now, Javon Walker. Barker now for the Yellow Jackets. Out on top. Now they'll swing it. Here's Reed Johnson going on the baseline. Now he goes up with a shot, and he'll be called for an offensive foul. This is what we've seen with the Yellow Jackets when they struggle. They try to force things that aren't there. They're unwilling to take shots from the outside because they're not confident in hitting them, and this is where things tend to break down for UWS offensively. It's been that way for the last 2 years. And we're seeing it again here in the first half. That foul on Johnson, by the way, his first, third team foul on the Jackets. And 7:07 remaining in the half. Pass comes in now. Here's Vossold. Pearson into the front court. Now on the left side, Vossold. Going to the corner. Lauber with the 2 fouls now. We'll pass it off in the corner. 5 seconds to shoot. Pearson goes up for 3. That one's off the back rim. Rebound tracked down by Reed Johnson. Cornelius for the Yellow Jackets in transition. Moberg. He goes inside. He flips up a shot. That's also no good. Back to the direction now, Pearson. Handing it off now. Here's Vossold. Vossold goes right side off the pass. Here's Pearson. Stepping through now. He's swinging to the left side. 3-point shots up from Loberg are off the back rim. No good. Rebound for Cornelius. Outlet now. Here's Reed Johnson. Javon Walker putting it on the deck. Trying to step through. Now he has it stripped away by Loberger. Turnover Jackets. Now Loberger in the front court. Loberger trying to go up with the shot. Lost the handle on it. Turnover on the Knights. It's picked up by Cornelius. Into the front court now. Barker left side. Swinging it right side. Barker putting it on the deck. Now Walker is passed down low. That'll be kicked. And they'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. Stick around for halftime, by the way. Our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. We'll have a look at the first half stats, our first half summary. We'll give you a Yellow Jacket sports summary. All that coming up in 5 minutes and 33 seconds. Jackets now shooting 25% in this first half and trailing it by 9. Cornelius now left side. Here's Reed Johnson putting it on the deck. Now he goes to the rim, flips up a shot, and lays it in for 2. Johnson has 7. The lead is 7. Pearson into the front court. Pass to the far side now. Lauber. Out on top now, Balgi. Veers back in there. Now his pass to the far side deflects off of a Yellow Jacket hand and will go out of play. It'll stay here with Martin Luther. 5:03 remaining in the half. Martin Luther is led basically from the start here. They've led by as many as 9 right now. The lead at 7. 23-16 as Lauber will inbound it. Out on top now, Pearson, right side. Now he'll tee up a 3-point shot, and that one's off the front rim, no good. Rebound grabbed out there by Javon Walker in the front court now. Johnson, Moberg. Back for Johnson, right side. Now he's going to tee up a 3-point shot long off the back rim. Rebound grab now by Cornelius. Moberg left side. Getting a step, hanging in the air. Kicks it now to the corner. Barker, he'll fire a 3, and he'll get that one to go. Joey Barker with the triple, far side. Second 3-point hit of the game for the Yellow Jackets. Brings UWS within 4 at 23-19. Nathan Miller comes back into the game. And will take out Trey Lauber. Miller will inbound it here for the Knights. Lobs it in now for Balgi. And the pass comes right side. Ethan Genstead. Balgi now out on top. Loses the handle on the basketball. And now it'll go out of play. It'll be Yellow Jacket basketball here, I believe. Yep. Balgi tried to make a move to the baseline. Lost the handle on it. Joey Barker was defending him, and then Barker flipped it off of Balgi trying to get the turnover, and Balgi actually saved it in. The problem was he was on the baseline when he did so technically out of bounds. Therefore, the turnover to the Yellow Jackets, and they're in the front court now with Max Briggs, who's into the game for the first time. Walker, meanwhile, goes left side baseline, kicks it out for Briggs. Now we'll swing it. Left side, Johnson. Now Cornelius on the baseline. Cornelius had the ball stripped away. Came inside, getting a hand on it was Genstead. Turnover on the Yellow Jackets. Spending his veers, goes up with the shot. That's no good. Rebound batted out for Barker. Now Cornelius in transition. Flips up a shot off the glass. No good, but will draw a foul. And that'll send Andrew Cornelius now to the free throw line to shoot 2 here with 3:40 remaining in the half. That's the third foul, by the way, against Ethan Genstead. So Andrew Cornelius will shoot 2. Jackets 3 for 4 from the line. Now 4 for 5 as Cornelius knocks down the first one. Senior from Caledonia, Minnesota gets his first point. 3:40 remaining in the half. It's 23-20 now. Second free throw from Cornelius is good as well. And a 30-second timeout here going to be called by Yellow Jacket head coach Greg Polkowski. Can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets? Tune into Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garver and me throughout the year as we sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on Yellow Jacket TV, on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. UWS now 7 out of 23 from the field thus far. Martin Luther 9 for 24. Yellow Jackets also 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. The Knights are 3 for 11. UWS 5 for 6 from the stripe. Jackets also +1 in rebounding here so far. Also have 5 turnovers so far against 6 assists, while Martin Luther is a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio at 6-to-3. 7 points from Reed Johnson so far, although he's had to take 10 shots to get to that total so far. Just 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. 5 points for Barker, 3 points so far for Beers, and 2 each for Moberg, Walker, and Cornelius. Martin Luther so far 9 points from Benjamin Pearson. He came in averaging 10.8, so he's already on his way to bettering that number. 4 points so far for Adam Lohberger, who came in averaging 20.9, so the Jackets have done a nice job on him. But Pearson has picked up the slack. 3 points so far for Vossel, 3 points for Miller, and 2 points for Balgi and Veers thus far. As Balgi in the front court now out of the timeout. Pass to the outside now. That's picked off. Luke Fix threw it right in the waiting arms of Javon Walker. Walker now going down the middle. Now he loses the handle on the basketball. And it'll go over the baseline. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets here. 3:25 remaining in the half. Jackets in the midst of a 7-0 run here. Johnson will inbound it now. Barker. Well, Johnson off the curl cut left side. He'll hand it off for Cornelius. Cornelius. Joey Barker now getting a step, going right to the rim. Misses it with the left hand off the window. Rebound off the miss for Lohberger. Now it's Balgi in the front court. Thomas Balgi going all the way to the rim, goes up off the glass and gets it to go down for 2. Martin Luther back up now by 4, 25-21. Walker left side. Cornelius top of the key, putting the ball on the deck. Goes to the rim, flips up a shot. That's no good. Follow-up, though, is put down with 2 hands by Joey Barker. Barker now has 7, 25-23 your score. Balgi in the front court. Lost the handle on the basketball. Stolen away by Walker. He's off to the races, goes all the way in and lays it in for 2, and the Jackets have tied it up, 25 apiece. 11-2 burst here for the Jackets. Brings them back from 9 down to tie it up with 2:22 remaining first half. Now Lauber throwing it down low. Stepping through, losing the handle on as he went up was fixed, but we're going to have a foul called on Barker. For Barker, that'll be his first 4-team foul, and 2 free throws now coming up. For Luke Fix, junior from Germantown, Wisconsin. Hasn't scored yet. Came in averaging 5.8 points per game. 78.4% free throw shooter on the season, and the first one is up and good. Lauber comes back into the game. Pearson also back in. 26-25 in favor of Martin Luther. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining, first half. And the second free throw is also good. 27-25 your score. Briggs brings the Yellow Jackets into the front court. Cornelius now for the Yellow Jackets. Nearly turned it over. Now retrieves it after it was stripped away by Lohberger. Now here's Johnson on the baseline going all the way to the rim. Flipped up a shot high up the glass. Rimmed out, no good. Rebound for Martin Luther. Here's Pearson. Lohberger now spinning around. Now he has it stripped away by Javon Walker. Up ahead of everybody is Barker going all the way in. Flips up a shot. Off the glass, no good, but he'll draw the foul against Fix, and it'll be 2 free throws now for Joey Barker. That's the 7th team foul on the Knights. Comes with 1:48 now left in the half. And Joey Barker to the name of right here in Superior will shoot a pair. First free throw from Barker is good. He's got 8 points now. 27-26 your score. Barker's second free throw is also good. 9 points now for Barker. We're tied up 27 apiece. Pearson now for Martin Luther. And now it's kicked by Javon Walker. Tried to bounce a pass near side for Vossold. Lober will put it in play here. Inside now for Vossold, and Vossold for Martin Luther across the timeline. Comes right side of the pass. Here's Pearson. Now Lohberger, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul off the ball. Call it on Barker. That'll be his second. Trey Lohberger putting it in here. Pearson, right side now, Lohberger in the corner. Lohberger now has the ball stripped away. Here's Reed Johnson now coming in off the steal. 1-on-1. He went up with the shot attempt. It was blocked away by Lohberger. He'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. 1:17 left. UW is looking to take the lead for the first time in a while here. We'll have 27 seconds to shoot. As Johnson will inbound. Barker now right side. Now Johnson going down low. Not looking for the pass there was Barker. He got hung up in the air, did Reed Johnson. Tried to flip it down right side. And now we're going to have a foul called on Walker. Just a very out-of-sync start to this game. I think probably both ways. Neither team probably very happy about the offensive execution. Jackets so far now with that miss, now 9 for 28 in the half. Find themselves still tied up at 27 apiece, but definitely need to make some adjustments at the break here. Foul on Walker was his first. 6-team foul on the Jackets, and Lohberger will put it in play. Comes in for Pearson. Now Vossold in the front court. Goes right side. Here's Lohberger. And Lohberger into the corner. We go under a minute now left. First half. Vossold, fall away shot off the front rim. No good. Rebound in between 4 Jackets. Getting it. Putting it up was Fix. No good. And then sticking with it. Picking up the rebound and laying it in was Pearson. Just outworked the Yellow Jackets down low. Pearson gets the bucket. He has 11 now, and the foul is going to be called on Briggs. 29-27 in favor of the Knights. 39.1 seconds remaining first half. And the free throw is good. Martin Luther leads at 30-27. 12 points now for Benjamin Pearson. Left side now, here's Javon Walker. He tries to step inside. That one's blocked by Fix. And now the shot clock is off, so Martin Luther can play for one. Bossold now coming into the front court. Veers back in. Swings it right side. Lohberger wide open, and he'll go up with a three-point shot. Overshoots everything. Rebound grab, though, on the far side by Vossold. Now Veers. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Pearson for three. That's off the back rim, no good. And the rebound will be batted out of play, and that's how a sluggish first 20 minutes will end here from the Mertz. Not a thing of beauty either way. And the Jackets are definitely going to have to pick up their play in the second half as they trail by 3 at the break. Your score at the intermission, Martin Luther 30, Yellow Jackets 27. We'll take a quick break and come back with our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated right after this. This is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at the Mertz, game one of our triple header on 91.3 FM, and our double header here on Yellow Jacket TV sees the Yellow Jacket men trail here on Alumni Weekend to Martin Luther. Your score at the break, Martin Luther 30, the Yellow Jackets 27. And like I said, it was a very sluggish first half by the Yellow Jackets, just no real flow to the offense. Shot the ball poorly from the field. Didn't create too many, or commit, I should say, too many turnovers, but just have to sharpen their aim. That's pretty much the reason why the Yellow Jackets are trailing in this game, is because they missed a whole lot of shots in that first half. As we jump into the numbers here, our first half numbers and our first half summary. Of course, our halftime programming today is sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Yellow Jackets in that first half as a team just 9 for 31 in the first half. That's 29% shooting. UWS also 2 for 10 from beyond the arc, good for 20%. They are 7 out of 8 from the free throw line and are being out-rebounded, by the way, 22-17. UWS also committing 5 turnovers against 6 assists, while the Knights with 6 assists against 8 turnovers in the first half. Martin Luther wasn't a whole lot better. They were 11 out of 30 in the first half, good for 36.7%. They were 3 out of 13 from beyond the arc. They were a perfect 5 for 5 from the stripe. They also have 6 offensive rebounds, while the Jackets have 5. So, like I said, the first half, as crisply played as the game was on Wednesday, that's how not crisp that first half was. Very sluggish both ways. In terms of individually, the Yellow Jackets in that first half, 9 points from Joey Barker. He's 3 for 5 from the field. He also has 5 rebounds, lead the way for the Yellow Jackets. Reed Johnson so far 7 points, but it's taken him 12 shots to get there. He's 3 for 12 in that first half, including 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. 4 points so far for Javon Walker. He's 1 for 5 from the field. Has made 2 free throws in the first half. 3 points so far for Andrew Beers and 2 points each so far for TJ Moberg, Andrew Cornelius. Martin Luther, meanwhile, 12 points so far for Benjamin Pearson. He's been the best player on either team in that first half. 5 for 12 shooting for him, 1 for 6 from beyond the arc, and a free throw made as well for his game-high 12 points at the break. 4 points so far for Thomas Balgi and Adam Lohberger. 3 points for Benjamin Vossold and 3 points for Nathan Miller. 2 points each so far for Luke Fix and Seth Veers as well in that opening half. In terms of foul trouble in that first half, there were quite a few whistles in the opening half of play. The Yellow Jackets committed a total of 7 fouls as a team. The only player with 2 fouls for the Yellow Jackets is Joey Barker. He has exactly 2, while for Martin Luther, they committed 7 fouls as well. They have 1 player with 3 fouls in Ethan Jenstead, and they also have 2 fouls so far on Trey Lober. Those are the only players for the Knights that have more than 1 foul 20 minutes into this one. So that's your story here, halfway home in Game 1 of our triple header here on 91.3 FM and our double header here on Yellow Jacket TV. Your score at the break, Martin Luther 30, the Yellow Jackets 27. We'll take a quick break and come back with more of our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, including a Yellow Jacket sports summary. That's coming up right after this. This is Yellow Jacket men's basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWD West Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at the Mertz, about 7 minutes or so away from the start of the second half of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and Martin Luther. And with that time, we'll give you a quick Yellow Jacket sports summary here as our halftime programming rolls on, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Women's basketball, who will be playing Game 2 of our triple header on 91.3 FM and our double header here on Yellow Jacket TV. Coming into today's contest, Game number 2, sitting at 11-9 overall, now 7-2 in the UMAC. Yellow Jackets coming off of a very disappointing loss last time out. They saw a 15-point lead after 3 disappear on the way to dropping a 76-69 defeat to Northwestern right here at the Mertz on Wednesday in Superior. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets played a very, very strong first 3 quarters and held a 56-41 lead after 3. Only to see the Eagles outscore the Yellow Jackets 21-6 in the fourth and 14-7 in the fourth to rally back for the victory and snap the Yellow Jackets' 4-game winning streak. For the game, UWS shot 41.9% and were led by Elise Bessinen, who went over 1,000 points for her career in that contest, unfortunately. For the Yellow Jackets, it was in a loss with 18 points, so congratulations to Elise Bessinen. going over 1,000 points in her Yellow Jacket career. Elsa Olsen, meanwhile, added 15 points, while Mackenzie Lesha finished with 12 points as well, while Charlotte Firstel had 11 points. They'll be taking on Martin Luther in Game 2 here from the Mertz. 3:45, the tentative start time there. The opening tip scheduled at 3:45. The pregame about 15 minutes ahead of time, 3:30 or so it might be closer to 4. But either way, we'll have a 15-minute pregame before that one, so stick around for that. That, of course, a joint broadcast, both on 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV. Women's hockey, meanwhile, at 9-11 now overall, 1-8 in the WIAC. They dropped their 5th straight game yesterday afternoon, falling to UW Stevens Point 5-3 at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point in that contest. The Yellow Jackets got goals from Taylor Marks, Avery Olenek, and also Darby Matson, while Anna Molson took the loss with 21 saves. They're playing, as we speak, at UW Stevens Point in Game 2 of that series, 2 p.m., the opening faceoff down at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Men's hockey now sitting at 17-3-2 overall, 10-1-1 in the WIAC. They won their 4th straight last night with a dramatic 2-1 overtime victory over UW Stout at the Finetti Community Center down in Menominee. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets got goals from Colin Pedersen and the game winner from Justin Dauphiné in overtime, while Jack Boschert made 20 saves in goal to get the win. They're playing Game 2 against the Blue Devils tonight. Same location, same time, 7 p.m. the opening faceoff there, 6:30 the pregame. And that'll be Game 3 of our triple header on 91.3 FM KUWS. You can tune in to hear John Garver on the call of that one on the radio. Men's and women's indoor track and field are currently competing at the UWRF Winter Classic hosted by UW River Falls. Robert P. Knowles Fieldhouse in River Falls. Action got underway in River Falls starting at 11:30 a.m. this morning. They'll next be at home Saturday, February 15th, so a week from today, to host the Midday Classic across the hall at Lydia Therian Fieldhouse. Action will get underway starting at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Men's tennis at 1-6 overall. Dropped a pair of matches last Saturday at the Baseline Tennis Center in Minneapolis, falling to Luther 7-0 before being edged by McAllister 4-3. They're next in action tonight, Saturday the 8th, taking on Augustana at the Green Bay Tennis Center in De Pere, Wisconsin, 5:30 p.m. The opening serve there. They'll next be at home a week from tomorrow, taking on St. Olaf for the first time at home in the spring season, the 16th. Across the bridge over at the Duluth Indoor Sports Center against the Oles, 12:30 p.m., the opening serve of that one. And last but not least, women's tennis off to a 6-1 start overall on the season. They posted a pair of victories last Saturday at the Baseline Tennis Center in Minneapolis, defeating McAllister 5-2 before down in Concordia, Wisconsin by the score of 6-1. They're next in action, like the men, tonight, taking on Augustana at the Green Bay Tennis Center in De Pere, 5:30 p.m., the opening serve there. They'll next be at home, again, a week from tomorrow, February 16th, taking on St. Olaf across the bridge at the Duluth Indoor Sports Center, 3:30 p.m. will be the opening serve between the Yellow Jacket women and the Oles. 30-27 your score here at the break, and with that we will bring a close to our halftime programming. Sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. We'll take about a 2-minute break and then come back with the start of the second half of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and Martin Luther. That's coming up in about 2 minutes. This is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Quick reminder before we get the second half underway, the Yellow Jackets will be next in action this coming Wednesday the 12th, heading about 70 miles to the east of us here in Superior to take on Northland College for the second time this season, 5:30 p.m., the opening tip there. They'll next be at home, however, a week from today, taking on Bethany Lutheran the 15th. Second time the Yellow Jackets will see the Vikings this year. UWS will be going for the season sweep of Bethany Lutheran in that one. It'll be a 2:45 pregame with a 3 p.m. opening tip. Yours truly with the pregame starting at 2:45. That'll be a joint broadcast right here on 91.3 FM, KUWS, and on Yellow Jacket TV. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets will have the basketball first to begin the second half. Joey Barker inbounding it now for TJ Moberg, and we'll see if the Yellow Jackets can sharpen their aim a little bit here in the second half after a sleepy first half here from the Mertz. In the meantime, now Reed Johnson left side. Now out on top, Javon Walker. Shoveling it off now, Barker. Pass down low, Reed Johnson now double team. Goes up with a shot anyway. Goes off the front rim, no good. Rebound comes right back to Johnson. He'll go up with the left hand and kiss it off the window for two. And Reed Johnson, points 8 and 9, makes it a 30-29 lead now for Martin Luther. As the Knights in the front court, here's Pearson on the outside. He already has 12 in the game. Outside now, Vossold. Benjamin Vossold goes left side now, Thomas Balgi. Vossold again off in the corner. And Vossold now will draw a foul here on Reed Johnson in the corner with an up fake. Reach in by Johnson. That'll be his second. Or they are going to get the foul. First team foul on the Jackets here in the second 20 minutes as Seth Veers is going to return. He'll take out Thomas Balgi. And triggering the basketball in now will be Vossold. Pearson now going left side. Vossold now left side. Here's Lohberger, who had a quiet first half. Pass comes down the middle. Pearson going right to the basket. Jackets didn't track him, and he goes in and lays it in. He's got 14 points now, and it's 32-29. Moberg for the Yellow Jackets back the other direction. Left side now, Javon Walker. Barker, right side now, TJ Moberg. Passing it down low. Now Barker gets inside, kicks it left side. Reed Johnson now trying to go down low, and it's off the foot. They're going to call a kicked ball here against the Knights. The Jackets will get a reset shot clock here for 20 seconds. And Reed Johnson will inbound now, right baseline. Lobs it in now for Beers out on top. Nice swing it. Johnson on the baseline. Goes all the way to the rim. Had it blocked. Gets his own rebound again. Misses another bunny. Tip shot also no good. And that'll be kicked out of play now. 3 point blank opportunities the Yellow Jackets have missed in this game. Now Ethan Genstead will come back in. He's got 3 fouls. He takes out Lohberger. TJ Moberg will inbound it. Lobs it in now for Walker, right side. Javon Walker now getting a step. Kicks it right side now, Moberg. Javon Walker now putting it on the deck. Spins around, goes up. He misses with the left hand right at the rim. Rebound grab by Vossold. It's been that kind of game for the Yellow Jackets so far offensively. Just can't get anything. Feels like the drop. Veers now will swing it left side, and now we're going to have a foul called on Walker. That'll be 2 on Javon Walker. Vossold will inbound now for Martin Luther. Pass comes inside now. Here's Pearson. Now Genstead. Pass down low Veers. Now his return feed. Looking for Fix, who was cutting to the rim, is off of the hand of Fix and out of play into the Knights bench. It'll be a turnover. Jackets now back into the front court here. Johnson right side. Off in the corner, Barker. High arcing 3-point shot, and it's good from Joey Barker. He's got 12 in the game. We're tied up 32 apiece. Pearson now for the Knights, going right side. Flips a pass down low. Fix now on the baseline. Kicks it back out. Veers now. Back for Fix. He'll fire from 3-point range. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound finds its way back for Pearson. No, it's Genstead coming on the baseline. Now outside Pearson. He'll fire from 3. That one's off the front rim as well. Another offensive rebound. This one grabbed by Vossold. The Yellow Jackets blocking the shot, however, and finally they clear it and come into the front court. Moberg left side now. Walker. Barker going for 2 in a row from the same spot. That one's off the front rim, no good. Rebound batted out of play. It should be Yellow Jacket basketball, but the official says no. Going to give it back to Martin Luther here. Veers will inbound. Jackets picking up full court, although not very aggressively. Pearson now coming across the timeline. Jackets double team him. Ball stripped away here by Moberg. It'll stay with the Knights. They'll have 22 seconds to shoot. And Vossel will put the basketball in play. Out on top now, Pearson. Left side now, 3-point shot up from Vossel. Back rim and out. Rebound cleared by Beers. Yellow Jackets into the front court now. Reed Johnson, Moberg, right side, into the corner. Barker wide open. He'll tee up a 3-point shot. That's off the back rim. No good. Rebound cleared by Genstead. Pearson in the front court. Goes right side now. Veers on the baseline. Pass down low now. Fix. He turns. His shot off the front rim. No good. Both teams cold to start the second half here. Barker in the front court. Now Walker spinning through. Goes up. Try to get his shot off. Had it blocked, but they're going to call the foul here on Benjamin Vossold. Freshman from Watertown, Wisconsin. Gets whistled for the personal. That'll be his first. And 2 free throws now for Javon Walker, trying to give the Yellow Jackets the lead. Martin Luther has led from virtually the start of this game. And Walker's first free throw is good. Jackets shooting 28.2%. Martin Luther at 33.3%. As Balgi and Lohberger come back into the game. One more coming now for Javon Walker. UWS with a 1-point lead at 33-32. And Walker's second free throw is good all the way. 6 points for Walker, 34-32. Jackets by a pair. Now Pearson coming across the timeline. His pass down the wide open. Having a shot blocked from behind, though, was Lauber. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it outside now, Balgi. Now back out on top. Here's Genstead. Shoveling a pass for Lohberger. Off in the corner now. Head fake. Pearson steps inside the arc. Goes up for the jump shot from 18 feet and knocks it down. And we're tied up 34 apiece. Pearson has 16 to lead all scorers. Now right side. Reed Johnson. Here's Javon Walker. Walker now all the way to the rim. Flips up a shot. Misses the layup with the left hand and goes down. And is holding his hip. Martin Luther back the other way now. 5-on-4. Getting the ball stripped away now is going to be Lauber. And Walker took a heavy collision and a heavy fall as he went to the basket on that last one. And it looks like they might have gotten him on the hip. That's what it looks like from this direction. Might have just hit him in a bad spot there. Our training staff here at the Mertz tending to Javon Walker. Tied up at 34. 15:08 left to play here. If you're a Yellow Jacket fan looking for great team gear, visit our official Yellow Jacket sideline store and browse all the current styles of Yellow Jacket apparel and accessories, including the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear. Find the Yellow Jacket sideline store at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Shooting woes continue both ways. Jackets so far 2 for 9 here in the second half. Add it all up, and they're 11 for 40 in the game. Not going to win very many games shooting the ball like that. As Walker now is to his feet and slowly making his way toward the training table here. Martin Luther so far in the second half 2 for 8. Now 13 for 38 and at 34.2%. So like I said, not much offensive execution in this one. As into the front court now, off the dead ball here is TJ Moberg. Moberg for the Jackets. Beers now out on top. Right side off the pass. In the corner now, Moberg putting it on the deck. Beers swinging it left side. Cornelius. Beers in the corner, 8 seconds to shoot. Out on top now, Moberg gets a step, goes up with the shot, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. Came right side, sliding over. Greg Polkowski asking about whether his feet were in the arc on that one. It was Lober who drew the foul. First on TJ Moberg. Third team foul on the Jackets. Martin Luther now with the basketball. A chance to retake the lead is Pearson, who's definitely been the best player for either team thus far this afternoon. Brings them into the front court. Lohberger now left side. Lohberger going on the baseline. Gets cut off. Balgi putting on the deck. Flips up a shot with the one-handed runner in the lane. He gets it to go down for two. Balgi gives Martin Luther the lead back. 36-34. Left side, Reed Johnson now. Cornelius putting the ball on the deck. Barker swinging it left side now. They work it in the corner for Beers. Beers getting a step. Goes on the baseline, hangs in the air, and throws it down with two hands. Andrew Beers getting a step on the baseline. He's got 5. It's 36 apiece. See if that gives the Yellow Jackets a little life here. Pearson in the front court. Pass comes left side now. Lohberger putting it on the deck. Pass right side now. Pearson. 15-foot jump shot. Skims the rim. No good. Rebound for Barker. Now Moberg. Out on top to swing at Cornelius. Barker puts it on the deck. Steps through. Good job by Joey Barker. Hop step through. Came to a full stop with both feet and then laid it in off the glass with the right hand for 2. He has 14. The Jackets back up by 2 at 38-36. Pearson in the front court now for Martin Luther. Comes off the screen. He fires from three-point range, and it's good. Jackets went below the screen. Pearson to the right. Rose up, knocked down the 3, and Martin Luther goes back up 39-38. 19 points now for Pearson. As UWS back to their direction with Barker. Now right side, Cornelius. Cornelius coming inside. One-handed jump shot over the top of Balgi, and it rattles home for 2. Cornelius has his first field goal. He has 4. 40-39 your score. Balgi now going right side. Genstead in the corner, wide open. Pearson goes up for the 3. I'm not sure why the Yellow Jackets lost him. He has 22, the lead at 42-40, and more than half of Martin Luther's points, courtesy of number 12 in black. Jackets better start figuring out how to guard him. In the meantime, in the front court now, here is Cornelius now going with the runner off the glass. That's no good. Rebound cleared by Lohberger. Now Lober back for Balgi. Now Balgi going left side, loses the handle on the basketball, will be kicked out of play. Evan Bennett back in the game for the Yellow Jackets. Max Briggs also going to come back in. He'll take out TJ Moberg. I'll trigger in from Pearson left side. Lohberger back for Pearson. Outside Balgi. Head fake, now handing it off. Here's Pearson. Jump shot from 18 feet, and he banks it in. My goodness. That's when you know you got it rolling. That was a forced shot by Pearson, and he banked it in. He's got 24 now, and the lead is 4. Sometimes you just had the basketball gods on your side, and that was what that was. Meantime, now Barker on the baseline. Picks it out, Beers. He'll fire from three-point range, and he'll knock it down. Andrew Beers with the 3. 44-43. Both teams picking it up a little bit, although the Yellow Jackets having a hard time guarding Pearson, who is basically carrying the Knights offensively here today. Lohberger now going left side. Had to go up with a shot. Lost the handle on it, and he'll draw a foul on Barker. And for Joey Barker, that'll be his 3rd. And 2 free throws now for Lohberger. And Lohberger's first free throw is good. He's got 5 points in the game. Johnson's going to come back in. Aiden Quimby also checking in for the first time for the Yellow Jackets. Freshman from Menasha. One more coming now for Lohberger, who's at a slow-scoring game, although it's more than been picked up, the slack anyway, by Pearson. Came in averaging 10. He now has 24. Lohberger knocks down the second free throw, 46-43. Here's Briggs now for the Yellow Jackets. Quimby, they swing it now left side. Beers out on top. Briggs, Bennett. Now he'll step to the corner, fires up a three-point shot. That's an air ball. Rebound grab by Lohberger. In the front court now, Pearson. Now here's Veers on the baseline going up with the shot. Skims the rim, no good. Pearson grabs the rebound, then misses the follow-up. Gets his own rebound a second time. Now they kick it outside. Three-point shot is up. That one's off the back rim. That was taken by Vossold. Another offensive rebound for Veers. Now Pearson open. Fires from three, and it's good. Jackets are getting outworked. You don't give up a backlet like that if you're not being outworked, and that's one of those situations the Jackets just, they don't have it right now. 49-43. Not a good time for it either, because the standings coming into this one. 5 teams tied at 6-3 in the conference. North Central at 6-3. Jackets, Northwestern, Bethany, Lutheran, Morris, all at 6-3. Crown at 4-5. Martin Luther came in 2-7. 7-13 in the conference. And these are the games you have to win if you're going to try to make it push for the playoffs. And the Jackets just have not answered the bell thus far. Being outworked, out-hustled, out-executed. And Pearson now, by the way, 27 points, 11 out of 22 shooting. He's 4 for 10 from beyond the arc, and he has 8 rebounds. All that in 25 minutes. He's averaging more than a point per minute. Jackets, meanwhile, 32.6% shooting. One player in double figures, Barker, with 14. 4 out of 15 from beyond the arc, 9 for 10 from the stripe. (49-43) your score. Moberg is back in now. I've not seen Javon Walker since he went down with that hip injury, although he is back on the Yellow Jacket bench, so that's a good sign. In the meantime, the Jackets in the front court. Now Bennett right side. Now Reed Johnson, top of the key. And left side now Cornelius. Moberg. Bennett going on the baseline now. Kicks in the corner. Beers will tee up a three-point shot, and he'll knock it down. Beers with the triple. He has 11, 49-46. That's coming off the 19-point game he had against Northwestern on Wednesday. Vossold now goes right side. Luke Fix. Lohberger now. Down low. Open jump shot is up for Vossold. That's short, no good. Another offensive rebound for Lohberger. They kick it back outside. Now Beers goes down low and going up and laying it in his Fix. 51-46 now. The Knights still with a 2-possession lead here. 9 minutes, 15 seconds remaining second half. Bennett right side. Cornelius. Reed Johnson now. Beers puts it on the deck now. Goes right to the rim. Had the shot blocked, but we're going to have a foul called, and it's going to be on Luke Fix. So 2 free throws coming up now. Andrew Beers for the Yellow Jackets. And the first free throw is up and good. Jackets getting killed on the glass here, by the way. 36-23 now the advantage. 15-7 on offensive rebounds. In fact, it's almost a 50-50 proposition off missed shots if the Jackets even get the defensive rebound. That's how bad it's going on the boards. As Beers makes the first, misses the second. The rebound kicked out. And Vossold now into the front court. Left side, Balgi. Into the corner now, here's Veers. Balgi putting the ball on the deck now. Lohberger, high arcing three-point shot, and that's good. 54-47. Knights have led virtually throughout this game. They've led by as many as 9. The lead right now at 7. Now Barker stepping through, goes up with a shot off the window and gets it to go down for 2. 54-49 now. Balgi in the front court. Beers. Balgi now steps through. He goes up with a runner off the glass. No good. Rebound grab there by Barker. Yellow Jackets back in transition. Here's Reed Johnson. Johnson now stepping through. Fall away jump shot is up. Short off the front rim. No good. Foul called on Vossold. For Benjamin Vossold, that'll be foul number 2. And 2 free throws now coming up for Reed Johnson. Johnson, one of the better free throw shooters for the Yellow Jackets. EWS shoots 69.8% as a team from the stripe, and Johnson makes the first free throw. Came in 81.6% from the stripe as he knocks down that one as Rocco Paulson comes into the game. Genstead comes back into the game. Second free throw from Johnson is good as well. He now has 11. 3-point lead, Martin Luther, as we go under 8 minutes remaining, second half. Vossold now into the front court. Bounce pass out on top. Lohberger. Vossold again. Lohberger now left side. Bounce pass. Lohberger cutting right down the middle, going up with the shot is Balgi. That's off the glass, no good, but another foul is going to be called. This one on Reed Johnson will be his third. And 2 free throws coming up now for Balgi. First free throw from Balgi is short, no good. He's got one more coming. And Javon Walker about to check back in, so that's a good sign. He'll come in, he'll take out Reed Johnson. Foul, by the way, on Johnson, like I said, was his third. That's the 15th foul on the Yellow Jackets here in the second half. And the second free throw from Balgi spins out, no good. 0 for 2. Outlet now from Paulson into the front court. Now here comes UWS's Javon Walker. Pass comes right side now. Barker out on top now. Walker for the Jackets. Right side now. Moberg putting the ball on the deck. Picking up his dribble now. Here's Javon Walker stepping inside the arc. Pulls up from 10 feet. That's off the back rim. No good. Rebound knocked out of play. And they're going to say Martin Luther basketball. Now the officials are going to confer here. And they're going to get the basketball back to the Yellow Jackets here. 7 minutes, 17 seconds left. Good officiating that time just to make sure they got the call right. Got an update, by the way, from KB Willett Arena down in Stevens Point. Jackets women's hockey team in Stevens Point tied at 3 apiece. In the third period there in Stevens Point. In the meantime, off the inbounds. Out on top now. Pass comes left side. 8 seconds to shoot. Now it's Barker. Joey Barker now. Comes off the foot of Balgi. And now here's a turnover. It gets stripped away by Genstad, and he'll go all the way and loses the handle on. Now he hangs on the rim. No call on that one. Now Balgi. Lohberger. High arcing 3-point shot. No good. Rebound cleared now by Barker. And now into the front court here for the Jackets. Pass comes right side now for Walker. Moberg. Right side now Javon Walker for the Yellow Jackets. Barker teeing up a 3-point shot for the tie. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound tracked down by Moberg. DJ Moberg now off the screen from Paulson. Now Barker trying to go down low. And overshot the pass for Paulson. It'll be a turnover on the Jackets. And we're going to have a timeout here called now by UWS. And that'll give us time to ask you if you've downloaded Swarm Central. If you haven't, you should. The official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets. Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central and the Apple in Google stores today. Quick look at the numbers in this one. It's not a pretty sight. It hasn't been all day in terms of the numbers here. Jackets 17 out of 50 from the field, 34%. The Knights 20 out of 55, good for 36.4. AWS 5 out of 17 from beyond the arc. Martin Luther 7 out of 21. 12 for 14 shooting from the lines. Jackets plus 5 from there. But they've been out-rebounded 38 to 27. 16 offensive rebounds for Martin Luther. Can't have that. 8 assists against 8 turnovers, 12 assists against 10 turnovers. But the story from an individual standpoint has definitely been the play of Benjamin Pearson. He has been by far the best player on the floor. 27 points in 27 minutes for number 12 in black and red. 11 out of 22 shooting is 4 for 10 from beyond the arc. Also has 8 rebounds in the contest. He's doing a little bit of everything today. The Jackets have really had a hard time slowing him down. He's exactly half the points that the Knights have scored in this game. And with 6:09 left, Martin Luther, which has led basically from the start of this game. Jackets have led a couple times briefly by 2, but the Knights have been in control of the game for most of it. Now lead by 3 as we come out of the timeout. We go under 6 minutes remaining. Second half as Vossold into the front court. Pass comes left side now. Here's Benjamin Pearson. The aforementioned Benjamin Pearson with his 27 points. Now it's Luke Fix. Genstead now back outside. 3-point shot is up in the air. That one off the rim, no good. That one was taken by Lober. Rebound for the Yellow Jackets, and now they're into the front court. Still trailing by 3. Here's Walker. Moberg, right side now. Joey Barker. Walker putting on the deck. Goes all the way to the rim and lays it in for 2. Made a quick move around Lober on the outside. Javon Walker has 8. The lead is 1. 5:20 remaining here, second half. Vossold into the front court. Left side Genstead. Now he'll fire from 3-point range. That's off the back rim. Rebound for Javon Walker. Jackets with a chance to go back out in front as Walker into the front court. Paulson comes to set the screen. Now TJ Moberg. Tried to throw it down low. Picked off by Pearson. Turnover Yellow Jackets. Pearson goes right side now. Veers. Down low now right side. Lober. Now he has it poked away by Walker. Turnover on the Knights. It was picked up by Paulson. Barker now top of the key. Left side now. Javon Walker. Joey Barker now. Puts the ball on the deck. Kicks it outside now. Rocco Paulson. Right side now. TJ Moberg getting a step. Kicks it back outside. Walker open. 3-point shot is up, and it's wide to the left. No good. Rebound for Paulson. Walker will get another try. This time from the near side, and he knocks it down on the wing for 3. And a timeout going to be called now by Martin Luther. Javon Walker with 5 straight points. 56-54 Jackets. 4 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Big shot from Javon Walker there. He's had his offensive game come back a bit here in recent weeks. Started out the year on fire. Then had a bit of a dip in the middle of the season and now seems to be coming back around. Had 25 in the win against Northwestern on Wednesday and was 10 for 12 shooting in that game. He now has 11 points in this one, although it's been a tough shooting game for him again. 3 for 11. He is 4 for 4 from the stripe. By the way, Barker, 1 rebound away from a double-double. He's got 16 and 9 right now. Reed Johnson has struggled. He is 4 for 16. Meanwhile, Andrew Beers now with 12 points. So 4 Yellow Jackets in double figures. Meanwhile, for Martin Luther, 27 points, as I mentioned, for Benjamin Pearson. Nobody else has more than 9. That's Adam Lohberger, who came in averaging more than 20, in fact, nearly 21 per game. He only has 9 points, but again, Pearson with the 27 offsets that a bit. As we come out of the timeout, it'll be Martin Luther basketball here. Jackets leading at 56-54. And this has been anything but easy for UWS thus far. Beers will inbound it now near side. Here's Vossold. Knights coming across the timeline now with Vossold. Has it poked away from behind by Moberg. Turnover on Martin Luther. Walker in the front court now, going left side. Comes off the screen by Paulson. Off the corner now, it's Barker. Now Walker, head fake. Goes into the lane, flips up a shot, no good. Follow up by Rocco Paulson is also no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Walker, I think. Or what's the call going to be? Let's see. Yeah, they're going to call it on Walker. Got inside, just couldn't finish at the rim. 16 foul on the Jackets. And Veers will trigger it in. Vossold now coming across the timeline. Now for Veers. Seth Veers back out on top. Pearson now. Being guarded by Walker. Kicking it right side. Here's Fix. In the corner. Open three-point shot is up, and it's good. Vossold with the bucket. Martin Luther goes back up. 57-56. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Moberg for the Yellow Jackets. Now left side, Javon Walker. Barker. Ron Lohberger goes all the way to the rim and lays it in for two, and the Yellow Jackets go back up now. 18 points for Barker. 58-57. Now Lohberger. In the corner, Veers. He's open. He'll fire from there, and he'll knock it down. It's a long two. 59-58. TJ Moberg for the Yellow Jackets going left side now. Comes in deep. Out on top now, Javon Walker. In the corner now, Barker. 10 seconds to shoot. 2:30 remaining regulation. Walker for three, and he knocks it down left side. 14 now for Javon Walker. The Jackets back up by two. 61-59. Back and forth we go here. We'll see if either one of these teams can make a stop here and make it a two-possession game with 2:27 left. We'll see Javon Walker back out there again. He took that heavy collision earlier and landed right on his hip. In the old days, we call that a good old-fashioned hip pointer. Jackets, by the way, have 2 timeouts left. Martin Luther has 5. So we could be in for a few stoppages here late, especially if the game remains as tight as it is, or as tight as it is. Want to get ahead of myself here. Jackets up by 2. 61-59. UWS going to pick up full court. Beers is back in there, by the way. Jackets going tall on this sequence. Beers will inbound it. Snaps a pass in for Vossold. Guarded by Moberg. Pass comes right side now. Here's Lohberger. Adam Lohberger has stripped away now. Picks it back up. Left side now, Veers. Pass comes down low, fumbling it. Now it's on the deck, and we're going to have a tie ball. And I think it'll stay with the Knights here. 2:06 left, 10 seconds to shoot. And here's going to be one of those timeouts here. For Martin Luther, that'll give them 4 remaining. Martin Luther having a hard time holding on to the basketball there as Lohberger had it knocked away, then was able to pick it back up, threw it down low for Fix, and then he couldn't handle it. And it resulted in a tie ball. It will stay, like I said, with the Knights here. 2:06 left. And a quick reminder, whenever we go final here in game number 1, the women's game will come up about 20, 25 minutes after we go final. Game one of a triple header on 91.3 FM KUWS. Game one of a doubleheader on Yellow Jacket TV, so stick around for that. We'll see how the Yellow Jacket women respond to that very disappointing loss they had on Wednesday, game they let get away from them. Still tied for first place in the conference with Northwestern heading into today's action, although I believe that the Eagles might have the tiebreaker. Don't quote me on that. Won't be an easy game, though, for the Yellow Jacket women. Martin Luther sitting at 6-3. And they are 13-7 overall, so that'll be a tough challenge for the Yellow Jacket women. That'll be coming up, like I said, about 20-25 minutes after we go final here in game number one. As we break the huddle, 10 seconds to shoot. Pearson will inbound left baseline here now for Martin Luther. And the inbounds comes in. Veers wide open, go up, missed the bunny himself with the right hand. Rebound comes back to him. Now Lohberger open. He'll fire from three, and he'll knock it down. Jackets have just been very, very poor on the glass today. That's the 17th or 18th offensive rebound now in the game for Martin Luther. That's the timeout for the Yellow Jackets now. That'll leave them with one. 62-61 with 1:56 remaining. 17 offensive rebounds in the game for Martin Luther. And just pushed the Yellow Jackets around on the offensive glass today. UWS down by one now. We'll trigger it in here as Beers, Moberg, Paulson, Barker, and Walker come back out for this sequence. The Knights will bring out Vossold, Lohberger, who now has 12 points, by the way, Pearson, Beers, and Fix. And Beers now triggers it in. Moberg hands it off now on the outside. Javon Walker. Walker now against Fix. Off in the corner now Moberg. 1:40 remaining second half. Jackets down by one. Walker now coming inside. Fumbled the basketball. Too much dribbling, and it'll be a tie-up. And it'll be Yellow Jacket basketball here, but a lot of dribbling for Javon Walker out on top. Dribbled into that one. Jackets lucky to get that basketball back. UWS will have 8 seconds to shoot. And Reed Johnson's going to check in, and I think he's going to take out Rocco Paulson. Yeah, that's what's going to happen here. 1:34 remaining. Moberg now lobbing it in. Here's Walker. Double team comes. Now Walker goes up with a shot and gets it to rail down for two. Javon Walker with 16. Jackets back up by one, 63-62. In the front court now Vossold. Veers. And now knocked out of play by Reed Johnson. It'll stay with the Knights here. 1:15 remaining, second half. Inbounds now coming in. Here's Vossold. And we're going to have a timeout now called by Greg Holzeter with 1:15 remaining. They'll have 19 seconds to shoot. We're talking about the rebounding earlier. 39-32. Jackets with 21 defensive rebounds. Martin Luther with 17 offensive rebounds, though. So they didn't have a missed shot. They have a pretty good chance of getting the rebound back the way this game has been going. Still 4 players in double figures for the Jackets. Barker with 18. Still 1 rebound away from a double-double. 16 points now for Javon Walker 12 for Beers, and 11 so far for Johnson. 27 now for Pearson. Lohberger, the only other night in double figures with 12. And Beers will inbound. Bossold now out on top. Lohberger out on top. Puts the ball on the deck. Coming down low against Barker. Goes up with a shot. Knocked away by Beers. It will stay with the Knights as it goes out of play. 6 seconds to shoot now. 1:03 left in the second half. Pearson off the inbounds. Throws it all the way in the back court. Lohberger. Veers, 4 seconds to shoot. Goes right at Johnson. They're going to call a foul on Reed Johnson with 2 seconds on the shot clock. As Veers just made a speed move right to the basket. That'll be his 4th. 17 foul on the Jackets and 2 shots now for Seth Veers to try to give Martin Luther the lead back. As we're under a minute now left, 58.7 seconds remaining. First free throw from Veers is nothing but net. It's only 1 for 7 from the line this season, so he misses the second one there. Rebound off the miss, grabbed by Walker, 63 apiece. Walker now coming down low, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Javon Walker as he came down left side, and that's a very questionable call by that official. That's the fourth foul on Javon Walker, and the 8th team foul now on the Jackets. And Veers inbounding the basketball now. Here's Pearson. Martin Luther has a chance to take the lead now. And now Walker with the steal. And now Moberg will come in the front court, and he'll call a timeout here. About a 13-second difference between shot clock and game clock. .2 seconds left. So the Yellow Jackets have 2 players with 4 fouls each now, and Reed Johnson and Javon Walker. Like I said, about a 13-second difference, I should say, between shot clock and game clock here. So we'll see what UWS draws up here. Numbers almost identical across the board here in terms of shooting percentages. Jackets 37.9%, Martin Luther 37.1%. From beyond the arc, UWS at 35%, Martin Luther at 36%. Jackets 12 out of 14 from the line, Martin Luther 8 out of 11. And we'll see now what Coach Greg Polkowski draws up with 36.2 seconds remaining. That's a tough call, by the way, like I said, against Javon Walker on that baseline. Sometimes you'll get an official that'll be waiting to make that call, and he certainly was waiting on that one, it looked like. Whether it was a foul or not, I'm not quite sure. My angle isn't the greatest, but looked like a pretty light call there. And now a timeout going to be called here by Greg Holzeder. This is a little bit of gamesmanship between the coaches trying to see how the 2 teams are going to line up here. You see this a lot in college basketball. Not so much at the pro level, but now leave both teams now with just 1 timeout remaining. Again, the women's game coming up. Once we go final here, we'll also have a post-game recap sponsored by Synovus Energy whenever we end up finishing out this basketball game. The first of 2 here at the Mertz today. First of 3 Yellow Jacket sports broadcasts here on 91.3 FM. So stick around for men's hockey. Game 3 of our triple header. Knights now coming out of their huddle. It'll be Veers. Lohberger, Pearson, Vossold, and Fix for the Knights. For the Yellow Jackets, Barker, Moberg, Johnson, Beers, and Walker. Joey Barker will do the inbounding here. Both teams are just one timeout left. As the pass comes in now, here's TJ Moberg. Moberg out on top. Now Javon Walker goes left side on the wing. Andrew Beers. Now right side, Walker. Playing on the 4 fouls. And losing the handle on it, they're going to say that it goes out off of Javon Walker. Turnover on the Yellow Jackets. And now Martin Luther has a chance to win this game and steal one here at the Mertz. As Veers will inbound it. In for Benjamin Vossold. Vossold now into the front court. Clock continues to move. 13 seconds left in the second half. Pass comes right side now. Here's Pearson. Pearson now, right side. Lohberger wide open. Will step inside. Now Pearson. Ball fake. 18-foot jump shot partially blocked. It'll be grabbed here by the Yellow Jackets Barker, and we're going to have overtime, I think. Moberg went with the 75-footer as time expired. Just clanked off the rim. And we will have overtime here from the Mertz. 63 apiece. So recapping that series, Walker with the turnover. Shot taken by Pearson. Near side got partially blocked. Rebound came to Barker. He gave it off to TJ Moberg, who then flung it 75 feet as the buzzer sounded. Hit off the rim to the right. Very close, actually, from TJ Moberg. It would have been a kind of a fitting way to end the game, when there's, considering how the game has been played here. But in the meantime, we still have 5 minutes of basketball still to try to decide this one. Completely different game than what we saw on Wednesday night, where the Jackets shot close to 57% and won by 9 points against Northwestern. And this one, it has been a struggle from start to finish here. Offensively, neither team has played particularly well on the offensive end. Rebounding has also been a serious issue for the Jackets today, but still have 5 minutes to try to find a way to get a win here. Jackets are going to go small here to start overtime, with the exception of Andrew Beers, who's 6'7". Looks like he'll jump it against Fix here. Johnson in with the 4 fouls. Walker with 4 fouls. Moberg and Barker, the Yellow Jackets, 5. Meanwhile, it'll be a Fix, Pearson, Vossold, Veers, and Lohberger here for the Knights. As overtime is underway, the opening tip is controlled. Wide open is Veers, and he goes in and lays it in. Tipped it right into his hands. He went up and laid it in. Jackets didn't get back defensively. They now lead 65-63, and we're going to have a foul called here on Veers. Just the 4th foul against Martin Luther since halftime. Moberg will inbound it now for Walker. Now Beers back for Javon Walker, left side. Reed Johnson, Walker. Moberg. Walker now out on top. Comes inside and from the corner. Reed Johnson now stepping on the baseline. Goes up. Flips it off the glass and gets it to go down for 2. Reed Johnson has 13, 65 apiece. Vossold goes left side. In fact, it gets stripped away now by Walker, who creates the turnover, comes all the way in, goes in and lays it in on the breakaway, and Javon Walker has given the Jackets now the lead at 67-65. Lohberger now coming down the lane. Goes up with the shot, and he'll get it to go down. He ties it up again. Now Lohberger has 14. 67 apiece. Beers now out on top, left side. Reed Johnson. Beers wide open in the corner, passes up the shot. They swing it now. Moberg will fire from three. That's way off. Rebound now. Tracked down, and a foul going to be called now on Beers. That'll be his second, 19th foul on the Yellow Jackets. So the final 1-1 here now for Martin Luther. They've shot the free throws extremely well in the game. Be a 1-1 now for Vossel. They're 8 out of 11 from the stripe in the game. Jackets pretty good too at 12 out of 14, obviously. And Vossel now with a 1-1. First free throw spins out, no good. So we stay tied at 67 as the rebound is grabbed by Barker. Walker now for the Yellow Jackets. Left side now. Moberg. Walker. Johnson, Walker, long three-point shot off the back rim, no good. Rebound snared out of there now by Fix. Now Pearson. Pearson now with the left-handed dribble outside. Lohberger fires a three-point shot, and he knocks it down. He's heating up. He's got 17 now, and Martin Luther goes up by 3. Now Walker Johnson. Reed Johnson for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to go up with the shot. It gets it to go off the glass for 2. And now we're going to have a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets here. That'll leave them with 1. Check the numbers on Lohberger now because he is really heated up here. 5 out of 13 overall from the field. 3 for 9 from 3. He missed a lot of those in the first half, and now he's 2 rebounds away from a double-double. 17 points, 8 rebounds for him. Pearson hasn't scored now in 10 minutes. Still sitting at 27. Only taken 1 shot. That was the shot at the end of regulation that got blocked. But Lohberger has certainly picked up the slack, and as we come out of the timeout here. Now Beers will inbound as the Jackets showing full court, but are going to back out of it here. Fossil now. We'll hand it off for Veers. Martin Luther leading it by 1 at 70-69. 2.5 minutes remaining, overtime period. Lohberger now putting it on the deck. Goes right at Beers. Had his shot blocked by Andrew Beers. Good defense there by the sophomore. Jackets have a chance to retake the lead. Here's Moberg in the front court. Right side now Barker. Moberg swinging it. Now Javon Walker. Hanging in the air. Reed Johnson. Right baseline, kicks it back outside. Barker. Now Beers. 10 seconds to shoot. Long three-point shot up from Reed Johnson, and he knocks it down. NBA range on that triple right wing from Reed Johnson. He has 18. The Jackets now back up by 2, 72-70. 1:45 remaining in overtime. Skip pass now Pearson. He's open. He'll fire from 3. That one off the rim, no good. Rebound grab by Johnson, and he'll hold on to it. And now TJ Moberg brings UWS in the front court. Pass comes right side now. Walker, backdoor cut Johnson. He gets it and he lays it in for 2. Reed Johnson now up to 20. The lead is 4. 2-possession game, 1:20 remaining in overtime, and a timeout going to be called here by Greg Holzeater. Pass comes in now. Here is Vossold. Benjamin Vossold for the Knights. Lohberger right side. Backing down against Moberg. Had the ball slapped away. It's on the baseline, and it's going to be out of play to the Yellow Jackets as Pearson couldn't maintain his footing. .107 left. This is where Martin Luther, we'll see how they want to play this here. Like I said, they have 3 fouls to give here. Actually, 2 fouls, I suppose, before the 1-and-1s anyway. As Moberg into the front court. In the corner now, Reed Johnson. Javon Walker, left side Beers. Barker now going down the lane, flips up a shot, and they're going to wave it off. They're going to call an offensive foul on Barker. I'm not sure about that call either, but that's what the official on the baseline decided. 4th foul on Joey Barker, 10th on the Yellow Jackets. Turnover. Still a 2-possession game at 74-70 as the pass comes in. Vossel in the front court. Lohberger now going all the way in. He misses the shot off the glass. No good. Rebound Walker. Outlet now for Johnson. Reed Johnson going all the way in, and he'll slam it down. One-handed on the fast break. Reed Johnson now 22 points. 76-70. Pearson now stepping in. Goes up and gets it to go down for 2. And a timeout going to be called here now by the Knights. 29 points for Pearson. Reed Johnson coming alive, though. Got up very well on that one and threw it down with authority with the one-handed dunk. 22 points now, like I said, for Johnson. Jackets have shot the ball much better, obviously, in overtime here. 6 out of 8 from the field. That's brought them up now to 42.4%. WS is much better in the second half overall, by the way, as well. They were 13 out of 27 in the second 20 minutes. Made 5 of 10 from beyond the arc and 5 for 6 from the stripe. So since halftime, the Jackets now 19 out of 35. Meanwhile, Martin Luther shot the ball well in overtime as well. They're 4 for 7. But this is where now, with 24.6 seconds left, 2-possession game now, Martin Luther's going to have to rack up some fouls here because the Jackets can run this out if Martin Luther elects not to foul. So Martin Luther, by the way, also out of timeouts. Jackets have 1 remaining. Inbounds comes now for Walker. Javon Walker into the front court, and there's the foul given. I think we can give it to Veers maybe. Yep, it's going to be on Seth Veers. That'll be his second 15 foul. Knights are going to have to foul again quickly, and then one more time before the Jackets get into the Superior Water, Light, and Power bonus. Pass comes in, Walker. Haven't been able to get the foul as of yet, and now they finally do get it, and it's with 16.7 seconds remaining. So the Knights are going to have to try to extend this. This is going to have to be almost an immediate foul here to get to the 1-and-1. Reed Johnson will inbound, gives it from Moberg. Lost the handle on it. Now he turns it over. Pearson will come in, goes up, lays it up, misses the bunny. And we will have a jump ball called. It'll be Yellow Jacket basketball. But TJ Moberg with a turnover, that's the one thing you cannot do. 9.3 seconds left. The scenario has not changed here, assuming that the Yellow Jackets don't turn it over. Barker gets it in. Now there's Walker. Walker trying to draw the 2-shot foul on that one by leaving his feet, but it'll be a 1-and-1 here. That's the 17th foul. The foul going to be called, by the way, on Vossold. And a Superior Water, Light, and Power 1-and-1 here now for Javon Walker with 8.4 seconds remaining. Jackets leading it by 4. As Walker's first free throw is good. He has 19. 77-72 now your tally. One more coming. A brief post-game recap sponsored by Synovus Energy, but coming up once we go final here as Walker knocks down both free throws, 78-72. Pass in for Vossold into the front court. Three-point shot is up from Pearson. That's an air ball. Rebound for Barker, and that'll do it. The Yellow Jackets are going to escape with a 78-72 overtime win over our very game, Martin Luther, here today in Game 1 of our double header here from the Mertz. 78-72 your final. We'll take a quick break and come back with our post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy right after this. This is UWS Men's Basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at the Mertz as we jump into our post-game summary, sponsored by Synovus Energy. Your final score here of Game 1 of our triple header here on 91.3 FM and our double header on Yellow Jacket TV finds the Yellow Jacket men escape with a 78-72 overtime win over Martin Luther. This was not an easy game for the Yellow Jackets basically from the start. They struggled offensively in the first half, really couldn't get much going offensively, trailed at the break 30-27, a lot of it because of 9 of 31 shooting in that first half, 29% for UWS in the first 20 minutes, including 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. There were 7 of 8 from the free throw line, but we're still, despite all the tough shooting, only within or trailing by 3 at the intermission. Second half, Jackets picked it up quite a bit, 13 out of 27 after the break, as I mentioned, good for 48.1%. They also made half of their 10 three-point tries and were 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Martin Luther, though, also picked up their play in the second half. And they also rebounded the ball extremely well, did the Knights here today. They held a 41-40 edge in rebounding, but a lot of offensive rebounds, 17 or 18 of them for the Yellow Jackets for the Knights, in the contest, allowed them to stick in there and get second and third opportunities. The Yellow Jackets and the Knights finally came down to the wire in that second 20 minutes. Neither team could find the winner. At the end of the game, Jackets had a couple of costly turnovers down the stretch. A look from Benjamin Pearson was partially blocked by the Yellow Jackets defensively in the last seconds to send the game to overtime. And then in the overtime session, the Yellow Jackets really picked it up offensively in order to get this win. UWS in the overtime, 6 out of 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from the stripe. They also made a three-pointer in there, and Reed Johnson really carried the Yellow Jackets. He ended up with 22 points in the game, 9 out of 21 shooting. He was 2 for 7 from beyond the arc and made both of his free throws. Joey Barker, by the way, did finish with that double-double. 18 points for Barker, 13 rebounds, 20 points for Walker. He was 6 out of 16, and 12 points in the game for Andrew Beers. As a team, the Jackets 28 out of 66, 8 out of 23, and 14 out of 16 in the contest. Meanwhile, Martin Luther in the game, 27 out of 72, 37.5%. They were 10 for 28 from beyond the arc and were 8 for 12 from the free throw line in the game. Jackets ended up with 14 turnovers to go with 15 assists. Martin Luther, meanwhile, finished with 15 turnovers to go along with 17 assists in the contest. Your post-game show player of the game, by the way, you have to give it to Reed Johnson, especially with the way he played in overtime. Johnson really picked up the play for the Yellow Jackets. Scored most of their points in the overtime session, including a thunderous dunk that really put the Yellow Jackets into a good position and into the driver's seat for the rest of the game. Made it a two-possession game at 76-72. And 2 free throws by Javon Walker down the stretch sealed it. But Reed Johnson's play during that stretch, getting a defensive rebound off the miss, hitting the 3, by the way, to give the Yellow Jackets the lead for good, then getting the rebound off the missed shot, coming back down, getting the three-point shot, and then the slam dunk with your right hand earns him your postgame show player of the game. Up next for the Yellow Jackets as they move to now 10-11 on the season and 7-3 in the UMAC. They have a date with Northland College coming up on Wednesday, the 12th, this coming Wednesday, about 70 miles to the east at the Kendricken Center in Ashland. 5:30 p.m. the opening tip there. They'll next be at home a week from today, Saturday, February 15th, taking on Bethany Lutheran. 3 p.m. the opening tip here, 2:45 the pregame with yours truly. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. A big thank you to my 2 producers back at 91.3 for Game 1. Regi Hahn and Gus Schupp. Also a big thank you to Evan Ludwig, who was my engineer with Yellow Jacket TV. And a big thank you to everybody who tuned in to Game 1 here of this doubleheader from the Mertz. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We hope you'll join us for Game 2, which will be coming up in about 20 minutes from now. So for Evan Ludwig at Yellow Jacket TV and Gus and Regi back at 91.3 FM on the radio, this is Matt Johnson. One more time repeating the final score. Game 1 of our doubleheader here from the Mertz. Yellow Jackets defeating the Knights 78-72 in overtime. Thanks for listening, everybody. The women's game coming up in about 15-20 minutes. This has been Yellow Jacket men's basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.